Hello and a very warm welcome to my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news: Meghan's shocking betrayal claim revealed. Much has been made about the complex relationship between Princes William and Harry and how arguments and misunderstandings between the brothers escalated over the past few years. It's now been revealed that at the crux of William's concerns over Harry's marriage to Meghan was allegedly the future king's fear that his brother would be taken away from him. William was concerned that the relationship could suffer because they lived on other sides of the Atlantic, and again he has been proved correct as Harry and Meghan have now emigrated, royals expert Phil Dampier claims. "I'm sure he blames Meghan for tearing Harry away," he adds. It's also alleged that William had urged Harry to get help after struggling to deal with the aftermath of trauma caused by his mother, Princess Diana, dying when he was a child. Phil explains, William knew that Harry had struggled with his mental health for years because of Diana's death, and he told him to get help long before Harry met Meghan. Adding to that was William's concern that Meghan would overpower his brother. He was worried Harry had fallen for a strong woman and one who could dominate his brother, and to be blunt, as things have turned out, I think he was right, Phil says. But despite all this, William has only ever wanted to ensure his brother's best interests. There's no reason why William wouldn't want his brother to find true love and get married. Apart from the fact that they were really close, he would want a powerful duo to support him and Kate and take some of the weight off their shoulders in the years ahead. Meanwhile, speaking to New Idea, Royals biographer Howard Hodgson explains it was inevitable that Harry's marriage to the US star would alienate the rest of the royal family. She wanted to be the influence over Harry, and she did not want William or Kate to have that. William had a tremendous influence over Harry, so of course, he had to go. Really, she was going to say, "You make your mind up, me or them," he explains. She was determined to go back. She wanted to be in Hollywood. And what Meghan wants Meghan gets. Her concern isn't the royal family, it's actually her celebrity. And those two things don't mix. The same can't be said for Kate, however, with Howard, who used to work for the Prince's Trust, praising the future queen and her dedication to the monarchy. He says, "Kate is absolutely impeccable. Absolutely what the doctor ordered." But, what would they do if the world's press just stopped paying any attention to them? Meghan and Harry's claim for privacy is sincere? The couple has stated many times their mutual desire for privacy. They want privacy from the paparazzi, preferring to choose their photographers. That would be called a portrait, and the Cambridge children all have their portraits taken by their uber-talented mum, Catherine, frequently. The Sussexes should give it a try. The couple wants privacy from the racist press. The UK apparently is so racist the couple had to move to Los Angeles, California to escape to a non-racist country. Oh my. Have you seen the rioting going on in my city and all the major cities across America? About George Floyd's death while being arrested? If you haven't, then go about happily believing the rhetoric of Meghan needing freedom from racism in the UK. If you do actually know what's happening in Los Angeles and America, you will know Meghan has moved back to a racist country. So the need for privacy from the hateful, racist press is an invalid claim. Truth states that Meghan moved to a country seething with racism, and she went from a nice country, where I detected no racism, that's the UK, to America, where racism is a huge problem. So she fibbed on that one. I think Harry is apoplectic with shock at the moment, realizing what a bunch of hooey his wife was selling to him and his family. And his country, really. Privacy. They wanted so much privacy they staged pap walks. Well, Meghan has staged them. She did so in London, waiting for the paparazzi to find her. In Los Angeles under a severe lockdown, the paparazzi just stumbled upon her and Harry doing good deeds which should be proclaimed to all people. The paps were huddled in homes, until one was called, to catch them in the act of being humanitarians. Did they quietly and privately go about delivering a day's worth of meals to the shut-ins? Nope. Just 5 or so meals. Enough to look good, because charity is all about the photo ops, right, except not when Meghan and Harry cry for privacy. It's privacy on their terms only. As if. So which is it? We all know the privacy claim is a ruse conjured up to placate a nation who is rightfully upset at the expense these two unreal royals cost them. Every day there is new news or old news about this couple. The ubiquitous friends and royal sources they employ in getting their news out to the world is funny. Meghan has to remain in the public eye, the way she wants to be seen, with no stories about yachts in Soho and shady friends. Meghan wants to be in the news, but I don't think she took economics or she would have learned the law of diminishing returns. The more often Meghan is in the news, the less the public wants to hear about her. Meghan should really go for the radio silence. No news. No leaks. Why? Because it's either put pieces about how her hairstylist or Pilates instructor thinks she is the loveliest woman and makes kind avocado toast and tea for her guests. Privacy. Harry had it in the woods of Vancouver Island. He had a quiet life hiking in nature. But one doesn't make money hiking and relaxing. Remember, the Sussexes didn't work much as royals anyway. They did the walkabouts and the surprise visits to charities here and there, so they could get that important picture of them working, and quickly vanish. That wasn't private, and Harry and Meghan used the system. They were lazy royals. Sorry, but I don't think they worked much. I'm hearing about Meghan and Harry more now than I ever heard when they worked as royals. Who paid for this important privacy fence? On a house where they are crashing for a little while. Their cries for privacy fall on deaf ears. Did you see the privacy fence that is about 3 feet tall, that Harry and Meghan had someone install, and it was a poorly done job and tacky, a tiny privacy fence around Tyler Perry's mansion in Hollywood? The tiny fence offers nothing but ugliness, and they had the gall to install it on someone's private property. Meghan and Harry are silly and vacuous, not helping anyone, and they aren't relatable or relevant. I think they lost their chance. It was called being working royals, doing the bare minimum for their few patronages. Meghan wanted to guest edit Vogue, not hand out food at a homeless shelter. And that's why she's irrelevant now. Privacy. They will get their privacy, like it or not, after the books, the tell-all interviews where their talk show hosts and the View ladies grow tired hearing about their difficult lives living in the lap of luxury, when all they had to do was shut up and smile. Privacy will visit Meghan. I kind of wonder how much she'll enjoy it. We continue with another news. A source tells Hello magazine, Meghan Markle hopes her speech to pupils at her old school addressing racial division gave them comfort and inspiration, and says her heart hurts for those graduating into a world of uncertainty and injustice. But it seems to be more counterproductive when royal fans have suggested that Meghan is fake and hypocritical. Today, according to a report, Meghan Markle revealed she had not spoken about the death of the 46-year-old black man, who died after white police officer Derek Chauvin put his knee on his neck in Minneapolis on May 25 for 9 minutes, before because she had been nervous. A source told Hello magazine that the situation raised a lot of emotion for Meghan, 38, who has opened up in the past about how racism has affected her own family. But, amazing that Meghan and her friends have made a big deal out of this. I find it odd that the school hasn't posted her video on their social media sites or school website. In fact, they haven't commented publicly on the video at all. It seems that nobody has actually asked her to do this video. I think it's a bit ridiculous that she thinks she can inspire people and give people hope. After all, she is only famous for having married someone, not for her own accomplishments. Very few people had heard about her as a TV show actress before she found herself a royal. Also, according to this source, they said, Meghan was excited to be part of the IHHS graduation ceremony, but, after this week, knew there was no way she could speak to a group of compassionate, service-driven young women without addressing George Floyd and the racism that plagues this country. Her heart hurts for the young people that are graduating into a world of uncertainty and injustice. She hopes her words provided a small bit of hope, comfort, or inspiration to the school community she cares about so deeply. What? Meghan is always performing. She must be exhausting to live with. Wouldn't it be great if they just made a new life for themselves with Harry's 30 million, enjoyed family life and the privacy they are so desperate to have in their lives? Seems they cannot keep away from the media spotlight. Constantly we are getting videos etc. Perhaps it would have been better if they had stayed on Vancouver Island in Canada. How do you achieve privacy in Los Angeles, surrounded by paps and fawning celebs? A fan angry and said, Meghan always has to be in the public eye, even if to remind folks that she was in the public eye last week giving a speech via teleconference. Next, Shell give an interview reminding us that she had these thoughts about her speech. It never ends. This lady needs to keep out of this, it draws attention and could make things much worse. Someone needs to take her to one side and read some rules, it could end in tears. And you? What is your opinion? Please let me know in the comment section and we talk about Meghan Markle. If you loved my video, remember to like and share it for anyone you think they need it. Also, subscribe to the new version of the Sussex Daily News channel. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos.